Are you looking to purchase a new Chanel mini or small backpack? Well, you're going to want to watch this video first. Yeah, I regret purchasing this small Chanel backpack. Keep watching to find out why. Welcome to The Handbag Heaven, or welcome back for those who are returning. Today, on this episode of Keeping Up with the Collection, we are going to be doing a 1-year review of my small Chanel backpack. So I received this backpack as a gift from my husband. It was last year, close around our anniversary. He asked me what I wanted, and I told him that I wanted this small backpack. So it is from the 23A collection, and it cost around $5,100, I think, back when it was released. It's in the color orange, and it has gold hardware. When it comes to design, this bag has a bucket bag style shape. It has a turn lock closure, as well as it has this little mini pouch connected to the front of the bag. And on the back, it has this cute little pocket, as well as the leather and metal chain straps. So let's get into why I purchased this bag. I actually don't like the look of the traditional backpacks, so I wanted a bag that basically didn't look like a backpack, but could function as a backpack. The other major reason that I chose this bag was because of the pouch. Like, that was the major decision factor for me, was that this bag came with this pouch, as well as you had the bag. And for me, my intentions from the beginning was to purchase this and create two separate bags that could be worn together when I want to wear it together, but also worn separately. But I ran into a problem, because once I received the bag, I realized that the bag was not really originally designed to be worn separately, so the pouch was not like really detachable without altering the bag. This really put a damper in my plans, because I really chose this bag because of that, and I wanted to be able to wear that little pouch as a belt bag. So this really stopped me in my tracks. So I made a decision not to return the bag, not to sell it, but to keep it and alter it. I have an entire video where I go through the steps that I took to hack the bag in order to be able to separate the pouch, and also make this bag multifunctional where I could wear it like 6 different ways. So make sure you check that video out. So after owning this bag for 1 year, I am going to go over the pros and cons that I found. So the first pro for this bag is that it's like 2 bags in one. So even if you keep them together and don't alter it or anything like that, you actually have 2 bags in one. So the pouch is a separate bag of its own. You cannot fit much in it. I mean, you could fit maybe your keys if you have like a smaller key fob or something like that. Maybe cards, but you can fit, small items in there. Maybe a small lip gloss, things of that nature, but it is like a separate little bag. Then you have the actual bucket bag itself. You can, fit all of your essentials in there. So, like I said, it's like 2 bags in one. And that was, again, one of the decision factors on why I decided to purchase, because when I broke down the cost of like a pouch by itself, and particularly a belt bag, was around $2,000 last year when I purchased this, or when I got this. And then the backpack itself was around $6,000 really for the mini backpacks. So when you add the two together, if you're talking $6,000 and $2,000, that's $8,000. So, but just a backpack alone, like the mini backpacks, the popular ones, was like $6,000 by itself. So without, it had the little pockets on it, but it didn't have the little pouch. Now, this backpack, as I said at the beginning, was around $5,100. So like I said, if you add those two together, it's like $8,000. So it was like getting, like $8,000 worth of bags for only $5,100. That's at least the logic that I used to make my decision. Now, this bag has more pros if it's hacked, and that's literally why I purchased it, so that I can hack it. So once I did hack it, I was able to get more versatility. So that pretty much allowed me to not just wear it as a backpack. Another pro is that this bag is a little less expensive than the other backpacks. Like I said, this one is only $5,100, and I'm saying only because we're talking Chanel prices. So this one was only $5,100 versus the other backpacks are like $6,000. I think they started off like the mini one that's comparable to this size, but not exactly the same size. I think it was like $5,500, but it kept going up. So I think it ended up going up to $5,800 or $5,900. But anyway, it was like close to $6,000. And this one was on the lower end at $5,100. Granted, this one I think is a little smaller than the mini backpacks, but I have heard that those other mini backpacks with those pockets, it makes it hard, or it takes away from the room on the inside. And that's what I heard. I'm not sure because I don't own that backpack. But I will say with this one, it is small, but it does fit like all of your essentials. It's on the level like a mini bag, but I think you get a little bit more room than those like nano size little smaller bags. I'm going to do a video comparing what I can get into this bag and some of my other smaller bags, particularly like the mini flaps and things like that, on kind of on that level. But yeah, so it does fit the essentials. One of the things I like about it is the color. Now, that's a pro for me, but it may not be for you, because if you're looking for a more neutral tone color, like this is orange. It's not a bright orange, though. It's more of a warmer, like burnt orange kind of look color. But it's not that burnt. It's almost giving, it's not brown. It's giving more of a fall orange color. It's not like a bright summery orange. I think that's a pro for me. I love the beautiful color. Like I said, it leans more towards like a fall color, but I have been styling it in the summer. I do have a look that I put together actually for this week, for this Throwback Thursday. This is the look that I put together for the bag, and I love the way that it's just kind of, it actually gives it a pop. You know, this is already a colorful outfit by itself, but the bag just kind of has that pop on it, which I love. And I'm able, like with a look like this, which is pretty casual, laid back, I'm able to wear it as a backpack, or I could also wear it as just a crossbody bucket bag. So I love the flexibility with that. So that's a pro for me. Moving on to the cons. The biggest con, in my opinion, for like pretty much all the Chanel bags is the price. The price is so expensive, especially if you're looking at what you're getting. When it comes to that price, it just These days, it's never going to kind of measure up to what you're actually getting. It's just not. Even with me looking at it from the standpoint of it's 2 bags in one, it's pretty ridiculously priced for the amount of bag that you're getting. Even if you take into account that it is lambskin leather, and even with that, even with quality, everything that you add to it, it's not gonna just add up to the price. So again, it's one of those things where if you like the design of the bag and the style and all of that, and it's in your budget, then it's for you. If it's none of those are working for you, then it's just not for you. The size is another con. It could be a con for some. Calling it a backpack is kind of misleading because, it has the functionality of a backpack, but typically we think of these backpacks as larger. But it is a small backpack. It really should be called a mini backpack. It is very small. Now, it does fit all of my essentials. If you're thinking along the lines of a mini bag, it fits more than what you typically can fit in a mini bag. But it is very small, particularly for a backpack. So that is a con. Okay, so another con is the straps. So it has the classic Chanel straps with the leather and metal, basically. So this is not going to be that conducive for a backpack, especially when you have to have 2 straps like across your back and shoulder. It is not comfortable, especially if you really put a lot of things in the bag. I mean, it can't fit a whole lot, but if you put items in there that makes the bag heavy, then it's going to really press on your shoulders when wearing it as a backpack. And, typically that's why you have a backpack, is so that you can put a good amount of stuff in it and, basically wear it on your back and across your shoulders. But these chain straps are not really made for that. It would have been better to have the leather version, or at least a longer piece of leather without the chain on the shoulder area, like a lot of backpacks are. I mean, some backpacks you can find with the nice little chain, but they don't have it in the portion that really sits on your shoulder, because it could really start to dig into your shoulder. It's not comfortable at all. So that is a huge con for this. Now, for me, because I hacked the bag, I don't really wear it as much like a backpack. I actually wear it more like an actual bucket bag, and I wear it crossbody. But when I do wear it as a backpack, that's one thing you have to be, I have to be cognizant of that and make sure I don't have anything heavy. I mean, just my phone could get heavy. So I'm the type of person, I don't like a whole lot of weight on my shoulders. So in terms of quality, I have not experienced any quality issues with this bag within this past year. The lambskin is holding up beautifully. It looks great. The hardware looks great. Everything is great on it in terms of quality. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So the reason why I regret purchasing this bag is really because of the fact that it really didn't meet my needs as is, and I actually had to hack it in order for it to meet my needs. And that's my biggest regret, to be honest, is hacking the bag. I definitely regret altering the bag, and let me tell you why. Mainly because when I look at this bag, I don't really see it as one of my long-term forever bags. As I get older, I could see myself not really wearing it, like it not really going with my style as I get older. There's going to be a point which It's not really going to fit my style anymore, and in the out years. And I'm the type of person that like to think ahead. So I know like this bag, mainly because of the size of it, it has more of a youthful, kind of juvenile look to it that I just don't see myself, I just don't see myself wearing this, in the out years, like 60, 70, 80, So with that, as opposed to my classic flap, like my classic flap, I could see myself wearing that, for as long as I'm alive. Whereas this bag, I don't see that happening. So I know that it'll come some point in the future that I will be, passing this along, whether it's selling, whether it is, I don't have any daughters to give it to or anything like that, but I know I'll be passing it along. And with that in mind, altering could affect that. And that's really why I really regret it, because in the future, when I'm ready to pass it on, I would like to have it in its original state. Let's talk in the comments. What is your favorite backpack? Like what designer, what brand, no matter if it's contemporary, whatever. Let me know in the comments your favorite backpack. Are you a backpack person? Or, maybe you're not a backpack person like me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click that like button. Click that notification bell so you will be notified whenever a new video drops. For more videos on fashion and beauty, subscribe to The Handbag Heaven. Follow The Handbag Heaven on Instagram. As always, thanks for watching.